We left our camp at Frank Potts Reserve from last night, which was a great little camp, $5 for the night. It was really well set up. It was super busy too. We are headed towards Robe today, maybe a bit further. Unfortunately, we've just come into Wellington and the ferry is closed, which we didn't realise was how you got across the Murray River. So we're going to have to drive all the way back and go up to Murray Bridge to go across. Oh well, would have made for a fun trip. Got a few extra hours driving today before we get to, where are we going? Moorack or something. So potential change of plans. We've just left Wellington and made our way to Tailem Bend, which is also a ferry that goes across to the other side of the Murray River. And there is a fair bit of traffic, which could mean we're getting on the ferry. The Tailem Bend ferry is a free service. It's going to take us across the Murray. So we're about to jump on it. We look like the next crew to go across.
Have you been on a car ferry before?
No, I've never been on a car ferry before.
Wow.
Only you, mate. Only you.
Only me.
And your Malloy adventures.
This is a taster for Tassie. 12 minutes versus 12 hours.
As advertised, Pink Lake Meningie. Not pink, not even slightly, just a white salt lake. A couple of people walking across, probably to go to a photo shoot. Alright, moving on. She knew what I was talking about. What is it? Moorack. So after the complete and utter disappointment of the Big Orange in Berry being closed and run down, we're trying take two with big things in Australia, and we have found the big thing in Kingston. Larry!
Larry! Larry! Larry!
Larry the lobster. Alright, so we are in Robe, which is on the limestone coast. We've decided to pull in here and have a look at the lighthouse and the obelisk. We didn't realise that they weren't both in the same spot, but they were just along the same stretch of coast. It's actually joined by a coastal trail. So I just finished flying the drone around the obelisk. It's pretty windy out there today. At one point, 60% battery said that I had 13 minutes left of flying, and within 20 meters, that same 60% said I had 25 minutes of flying. If you're out flying your drone and it's windy, it's a good idea to get the wind behind you early on. That does mean flying into the wind. It seems like you're losing a lot of battery early, and you're probably not traveling too far at the same time. But once you turn the drone around and the wind's behind it, the amount of time you have to return home is much better. Better to be returning home on a higher number of minutes to get back safely.
With plenty of daylight ahead of us, we decided to continue on to Mount Gambier.
The sheep?
The one with the black head and be bouncing on all fours.
Oh.
Watch him.
Des, what's next door? So right now Daisy could not care less about the alpacas and the sheep in the yard behind us, which is connected to the property that we're on. But when we were reversing and parking the trailer, she definitely cared about the cows that are way off in the distance.